Hi.
Hi, Kenzie.
Hey, Layla.
Kenton's a little tired.
Hey, Scott. Yeah, I am.
You're always tired, Kenton.
I know. Layla knows me too well. Get set up here.
I'm always tired as well. That's what
Or your
caused
sweatshirt
And the beanie.
and the beanie.
Oh, yeah. We're rocking it today.
Next time you come, you need a new sweatshirt. You need another one.
Are you sure? This one's pretty worn in. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's why you need another one. You can't have too many blues attire. So
That's
Did you
true.
get that
And
for him, Layla?
what
I'm
am I
sorry?
supposed to?
Did you get those for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we when he came in town for Christmas, we went to a blues game, and Kenton came with casual clothes and a casual beanie, and I'm like, we're taking you to the blues store. So
You need a blues beanie.
yeah,
I do.
Absolutely essential.
yes.
Okay, so thank you guys for making the time today, especially on a Sunday. We're just going to start with introductions. I know you guys have never met me, but I'm Jacqueline. I feel like I know you guys. I am a community manager here at Be the Match. So when people ask questions on social media or comment, I interact with everyone and answer questions. You may have seen me doing like FAQs lately. So I actually am a donor myself, and my mom was a recipient of a bone marrow transplant, and she's doing great. So that's my connection to the mission, which is, a pretty big one. So I can relate to both patients and donors, which is so awesome. So I want to I know who you guys are, but just for the sake of this video, happy 1 year anniversary of meeting. Can't believe it's been a whole year. Layla, you have grown up so much.
Thank you.
Crazy. So just introduce yourself and take it over from there. Whoever wants to go first.
All right, I guess I will. I'm Layla Anderson. So it's been a year since I met Kenton, and I was misdiagnosed from HLH for over 14 months. But once I got diagnosed and found out I needed a bone marrow transplant and found out I had a donor, once I got the bone marrow, our connection just grew from there, and here we are almost 1 year after.
Yeah. So I'm Kenton. In January of 2019, I donated bone marrow to someone I never knew if I would meet or not. And then 6 months later, I heard that she was doing well. And a little less than 6 months after that, I got to meet her. And it was such an amazing moment to meet Layla and the amazing person that she is.
So awesome. Thank you guys. So A Cup of Good is something that we created because these are, hard times for everyone right now. And we just thought we're going to bring a little bit of joy to our community. And oftentimes we feel like people, whether you drink coffee or not, there's something about connecting over a cup of coffee or even just a drink. Those connections are something we really need right now. So while we thought, okay, at first, let's just get Layla and Kenton on Instagram Live and do some Q&A, we felt like you guys deserve to celebrate this moment a little bit more. And I know you guys talk all the time, but for us to be kind of facilitate this conversation and be a part of celebrating your 1 year meeting anniversary with you is really special. So thank you for being here today. So can you, and we can start with you, Layla, can you just share a quick snapshot of your story? Like, you were diagnosed with HLH, and it's an immune disease, right?
Yes.
So just take me through, like, it doesn't have to be super long, but take me through, like, just your story.
Sure. When I was 10, I was on my way to school and I fell out of the car. Like my limbs wouldn't work. And every hospital was telling me, like, she's dehydrated, like all these
Uh-huh.
problems. But then a couple weeks later, it was still happening. I went to Children's and they knew something was wrong. I was on and off in the hospital for over 14 months. And then my life-saving doctor, I call her Julia Warren, found out I had HLH, found out I needed a bone marrow transplant, found out I had a donor, Kenton. And it went from there. I accepted my bone marrow and here we are.
How are you feeling? Like, so when you like fell out of the car, what, like, did you have any idea, where you just like, I just don't feel right?
Yeah, so I knew something was wrong, but like I've always been a healthy kid. Like
Yeah.
I'm that type of person where I don't stop like constant like throughout the day. I could be ice skating at one moment and then I could be doing art the next. But at that
You're
moment I
go,
knew
go,
something.
go.
Yeah. I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know it would end up to being as big as it ended up being.
Mhm.
But whatever it was, I was just ready to move forward and get back to my ice skating self.
Are you a big ice skater?
Yeah, I've always liked to ice skate and roller skate, but for quite obvious reasons, I couldn't play hockey a couple years ago. But actually, yesterday was my first hockey practice.
What?
Yes, I play Learn to Play now, and
Oh my
yesterday was
gosh.
my first practice at Centene, and I am so excited and I am loving it.
That is awesome. I love to ice skate as well. I've always loved it, and rollerblading. So is that what kind of made you just like start loving hockey? Is you're just like loved ice skating, or was it something else?
That's a part of it. It goes deeper. So my mom, she used to work at a restaurant called Annie Gunn's out in Chesterfield here in St. Louis. And a
Okay.
lot of alumni would go there, Kelly Chase, Al McKennis, Brett Hall. So I had a very strong connection, especially with Kelly Chase from a really early age. And my dad is also originally from Minnesota.
Oh
So
wow.
I say that hockey was in my blood from birth.
Did your dad play hockey?
Yeah, my dad played hockey when he was young, and I even grew up watching him in an adult league.
That's
So,
funny. I feel like, well, I asked that question. I feel like that's pretty assumed when someone is from Minnesota.
yeah.
I live there now, but I'm originally from Chicago, so it's been cool to see how into hockey they are. It's
Yeah.
awesome. I am a Hawks fan though. Okay, awesome. So Kenton, what's your story? Like, how did you even become aware of Be the Match or in the registry?
Yeah. When I was in high school, I had a history teacher, Miss Schrog, who donated. She did the peripheral blood stem cell donation. But she was just one of those teachers that I really connected with in high school, and so she walked us through um, what her process was like during class. That she would be, you know, missing for a week because her recipient was in another country, so she
Oh,
had to fly to Washington D.C. to do her donation. And so she was going to be gone for a week, and she wanted to make sure that we understood, where she was going and what she was doing. And I was just really inspired by the fact that she would, you know, do that for somebody else. And so I was, and they had a Be the Match swab drive set up off to the side. So I was running late, and she, said, Kenton, come on over, check this out. And I, didn't really think anything of it, but I knew that she had donated in the past. So I decided, why not? We'll walk over, it'll be real quick. I'll fill out some paperwork. It doesn't cost anything. And we'll just go on with, regular life. And I did for, a couple months. It wasn't very long. I got to just pretend I didn't have it, but kept my donor card or whatever in my wallet, and honestly forgot I had even signed up until a couple months later. I got an email saying, hey, you might be a match for somebody, and it was, oh my goodness.
You didn't expect it, huh?
No, I certainly didn't. I never thought I ever would have gotten called, one out of however many hundreds of people,
Yeah.
get called. And I figured, a small kid from Kansas who, never left his hometown, there's no way it's going to be me. But here we are. I was the one lucky enough to get matched with Layla.
Yeah. And you were a perfect match?
Yes. Yeah, we were.
It's awesome. Isn't it just insane that we're all walking around with someone else that we kind of, there's something about our DNA that connects us. And then when you donate, you quite literally are connected by blood. And
Yeah,
it's insane. I hope I can meet my recipient one day. Just
I hope so
seeing
too.
seeing you guys meet, I was just like, wow. I do know she's a little girl, so
Oh,
that's all I know. Thank you for sharing that.
of course.
So when you guys met, you met in St. Louis, and what was that like? Like, what did it feel like, Layla, to see Kenton for the first time walk across that stage?
Um, it was quite insane to think I'm going to meet the selfless person who just decided one day to save someone's life. And there were like so many emotions, but when he was running, I really I didn't have a second to think. I'm like just going in with the hug. Ah! And I'm like, hi. And like I could barely say anything. I'm like, thank you for saving my life. Like, thank you for keeping me alive. And it
Is
was,
that what you guys were saying, kind of in that embrace? Were you just, was it just a lot of tears, or did you say, what was the first thing you said?
yeah. So the first thing I said was just thank you. I don't even know if he understood me because of how much mascara was dripping down my face. But it you try to prepare yourself for what you're gonna say, but then once you're up on that stage, it all just goes somewhere else, and you're just in this moment where you're speechless, and it was insane. um some
You're,
days some days I'll just be sitting around with my dog and I look up Layla Anderson online just to like relive my life, and I'm like, that moment where I met Kenton is pretty amazing. And I love you, Kenton.
I love you too, Layla.
definitely a highlight of your life, and you hugged him so hard that your hat literally fell off.
Yeah, yeah. I watched that and I'm like, maybe I could have gone without the hat, but at the time it was myself. But it's
No,
okay.
I loved it, but you also didn't like know that you would just be so overwhelmed that your hat, and it's cute because your mom fixes it.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that it was like a real life situation. It wasn't planned at all. Things happen, so that was one of them.
I I loved it. Ken, what was it like for you?
Um, a lot of the same emotions that Layla just talked about. Preparing, for days, weeks, even like thinking, oh, I'm gonna meet this person that like I felt such an emotional and strong bond with, and for Layla and I, we both felt that even before we knew we were going to meet. I wrote letters to Layla, ones I didn't know if I was going to send or not, just talking about my day, talking about the fact that she would go through my mind, sitting in English class or math class or even biology, just everyday life, she would pop into my head, and I'd wonder, how's she doing? Is she doing okay? What's her life like? This, thank goodness she does have, her an amazing mother and father and grandfather and everybody looking out for her. And it was crazy to be so connected with somebody I'd never met, and then to realize, oh my goodness, I'm going to meet this person, was almost overwhelming. Uh, I had no clue what to say in the moment. I think he ran up and I hugged her, and then they asked what the first thing I said was, and I told them I still haven't said anything to her. I still have no clue what to say. Um,
Yeah.
it felt like I had lost a sibling for 10 years, and then this was me meeting them again. It was the
You
most
guys,
insane feeling.
you guys kind of are like brother and sister now, and you kind
Yeah.
of do look alike.
Yeah, yeah. We
Do you guys have siblings?
I do. Yeah,
I don't.
I have three brothers and now a little sister.
Aww.
You have three brothers. She's the little sister you probably always wanted.
Yeah, my mom always says she wanted a little girl, so
That's
Not
amazing.
me.
There you are. And you're an only child, Layla?
Yeah, I mean, now I have a older brother.
You
But,
do.
I mean, I feel like we do have that sibling relationship because, like, when he came down for Christmas, I had him go get his nails done with me. Um, we
I
did,
love that.
yeah, sorry, I blew that for you, Kenton.
yeah. She made me wear him to work and everything.
That's
I,
so funny.
and we made a deal because I think he was going home that day, and I'm like, I'd like a picture of you in your scrubs showing me your flawless pink nails. And I got that picture.
Oh my gosh. That's truly what big brothers are for, though. Gotta do everything the little sister wants. Okay, thank you guys. So we're gonna play a fun little game. So I'm gonna ask you guys a question, and then you're gonna think about it for a little bit, and you're gonna answer the way you think the other person would answer. So Layla, you're gonna answer, okay, how let me put myself in Kenton's headspace. How would he answer this question? We're gonna see how well you guys know each other. And maybe you'll learn something else you never knew about that person. Or maybe you'll be wrong.
Okay.
No pressure. Okay. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite food? So what is that person's favorite food? I'll give you a few seconds.
I already know like what Layla's is, and that she's gonna have no idea what mine is. Because
I
I
think
don't.
have-
take
I have
take
a
a
good
really take an educated guess.
Okay,
And let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, Kenton, you want to go?
Yeah, it's mashed potatoes and carrot sticks.
Is that right, Layla?
Yes.
Carrot sticks.
They're
Yeah.
actually really good. You
Yeah.
made me try
Wait.
some.
In the mashed potatoes?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, as I was telling you, my mom used to work at Annie Gunn's, so I took Kenton there when he was in town, and they have really good mashed potatoes. So I take the carrot
Yum.
sticks, I dip it in the mashed potatoes, and it's like a crunchy cold mashed potato, and it is so good.
It really
Ooh,
is.
so it's just like a dip.
Yeah. Well, it's not more like a dip; it's more like a scoop. Like if you were at a Mexican restaurant and you take a chip
Yeah.
and you scoop it in salsa, that's what you do with the carrot stick in the mashed potatoes.
Yum. That sounds like something I might do for Thanksgiving now, since we're gonna have mashed potatoes.
It's
Yeah.
really good. You really should try it.
Ooh, I love that. Okay. Layla,
I
what
gotta
do you
think of
think?
what my favorite food is. I don't even.
Okay. I think I have a pretty good educated guess. So
Okay.
I've seen you eat it before, Kenton, on FaceTime. Frozen PF Chang's.
No. That was a one-time thing. Don't worry.
Frozen PF Chang's. That was I mean, that was a good guess though, because you saw him eat it.
Yeah, we're talking on FaceTime. And I'm like, that'll come in handy one day.
So
Yeah.
that's not right, Kenton.
No. There's this Mexican taco shop in Topeka that's open 24 hours. So when I work night shift, I sometimes go over there and get a California burrito, and it's like as big as a Chipotle burrito, and they have the most amazing hot sauce to go with it. It seriously makes me start sweating in the break room. It is phenomenal. I love it. But it's
Spicy?
yeah, I love spicy. It's steak and potatoes, and then
Yum.
everything else. It's just the perfect burrito. Oh my goodness.
Yum. Sounds good. Well, good job, guys. Okay, now next one. What's your favorite song and or artist?
Oh, jeez. Kenton, if you don't know this, then we can't be related by blood.
I'm trying to decide now. I'm like,
I have no clue. Okay. Um, okay.
You think you got an idea, Layla?
Yeah, but it's probably gonna go someone with my random PF Chang guess.
It's fine. It's kind of funny to see like what you think.
okay, what was the question again? I just want to make sure I.
What's your favorite song or artist?
Oh, okay, so we can answer artists. Okay,
Either or.
then I've definitely got it down. If we can answer artists,
Okay.
I thought I had to get like the one song, and I was like,
Oh
"There's
no, you couldn't have gotten that.
no,
I don't even have one.
no."
It's hard to choose. All right, who wants to go first?
Kenton.
I will.
Okay.
I definitely 110% know it's Lady Gaga. There's no way it's
You got
anything.
it!
There's,
You got it!
there's no way.
Yeah, we're related.
I love her. She's so talented.
She is.
Have you been to one of her concerts?
I've been to her Joanne concert here in 2016, and December, almost a year ago, I saw Enigma out in Las Vegas, and she's actually my Make-A-Wish. I qualify for a Make-A-Wish, and I wish to meet her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I love her.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm like getting chills. Okay. Layla, what do you think Kenton's is? His artist or song?
This is definitely wrong, but I'm going to go with Keith Urban.
No offense to Keith Urban, but no, it's not.
It's what my grandma listens to, and I felt like you two had a connection.
Oh my goodness.
He's connected to your grandma?
They bonded really well when we would
Oh.
eat dinners, so I
They
thought you
did.
might have liked Keith Urban.
Okay, so no. What's your favorite artist, Kenton?
I don't really know if I have one, but I don't think it's Keith Urban.
Okay, that's okay. Fair enough. That was a good guess. All these are really educating guesses. All right, let's see. Next one. Who's your biggest role model in your life? Someone like, it could be someone living or someone not.
I'm gonna have to go with 2, Kenton. So
Who? Ooh.
you have to guess 2.
He has to guess 2 for you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Guys, ready?
Give me a second.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay.
I think you'll be able to get this one, Layla. The other two, I'm always too indecisive about. But
yeah,
this one,
I think this one I've got a good guess.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead, Layla.
Okay, I'm gonna say your dad, Kenton.
That's it by far.
I got it! I did!
Yeah.
Yes!
Your first one.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Kenton.
So if there's 2, I'm gonna go with one being one being her grandpa.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
and
right.
One. Yeah.
The other one being her mom.
I technically I was gonna say my family and Lady Gaga because I really like Lady Gaga's message, like the Born This Way Foundation and like all of it. But I give you partial credit, Ken.
That was perfect.
If I had 3 guesses, that would have been my third.
Okay.
Awesome, guys. Good job. Okay. Now we're going to take some questions from, we posted that we'd be doing this conversation. We got some questions. So, what do you love most about each other?
Oh.
Like a
So many things to choose from.
characteristic or just, whatever first comes to your mind.
I have multiple. I can't just pick one. That's impossible.
She definitely loves my. She keeps telling me to get it cut all the time.
Yeah, I'll call you on FaceTime. I'm like, the beard, Kenton, the beard.
It's the season.
Right?
It's the season of the year.
I'm gonna say a couple. I'd say your personality. I really like. I really like that you're easy. So say I'm gonna go get my nails done. You're coming, Kenton. And I'm gonna try to narrow it to one more. Oof. You gotta come back to me because I've got like 50, so I'm gonna have to pick one.
That's okay. That's really fine. Those are good things.
Yeah.
What about you, Kenton?
I definitely love her personality. She is just so quirky and fun-loving. It's exhausting. Oh my goodness. When we spend time together, it feels like I am like really earlier when she said that she is go, 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 she means it. I have never I don't even have anything to compare it to. She is just so energetic. It is overwhelming and amazing all at once. Like it never gets dull. There is never a boring moment with Layla Anderson. Let me tell you, anytime we go anywhere, there is always, we are doing something. There is never a lull. We are always energetic and it's amazing. I love it.
I love that.
Okay,
That's
I have
great.
to say 2 more because these are important. I'm gonna say I don't know which personality this would fall under, but when Kenton was in town, I would play Kylie Jenner or Rise and Shine on my phone, and I'd use that to wake him up, and he would get so annoyed. Where my cousin and I would sneak in like 8 a.m. because his brothers were like, Kenton does not like to be woken up early. I'm like,
No,
Oh no.
I'm gonna.
ever.
So I'd play it. I'd put it right next to his ear, so all he'd hear, "Rise and shine, rise and shine." I loved it. And then I also like that I'm a part of you now, Kenton. So it's like if you do or I do something wrong, I can say it's Kenton's fault. I'm part Kenton now.
Mhm. That's very true. I love
All my
that.
fault.
Another question was, does Kenton bleed blue too?
I'm gonna say he bleeds like a little blue. Like if he were to get a finger prick, he'd get like 1 drop of blue. He needs a lot more blue in himself. But
I'd agree.
you'll have a lot of time to earn that back.
For sure. Yeah, I'd say I'm getting there. It's kind of like a bone marrow transplant for me. It's gonna take a while for my cells to all turn blue.
I love it. Okay, guys. Well, another question we had wasn't a question. It was just no question. Just love you both so much.
Aw.
So
Yes.
that's just great. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna call this now, and I appreciate the time and happy 1-year anniversary, you two. You are the coolest brother-sister duo ever.
Thank
I've
you.
loved hearing all this. This has just been like a great little Sunday convo.
Great way to start the day for me.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, and I know you have so much to be thankful for.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for being a donor. Layla and I, I'm sure, both appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank
We
you
hope we get to
guys.
do them someday. That's awesome. And happy Thanksgiving. Don't forget the mashed potatoes and carrot sticks.
Mashed
Yeah.
potatoes, carrot sticks.
Get it right in there.
It's happening. I'll email you guys, let you know how it is.
Yes.
With a picture, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. All right, guys. Bye.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, Layla.
Bye, Kenton.
Love you too.